Hi guys, welcome back, or hello if you're a new person here on my channel. If yes, then I invite you to subscribe and to join me and my small community. So guys, I'm so happy to see you here today and to share my energy with you, but also be with your present here. And today, guys, I just wanted this video to be like kind of like motivational speech a little bit. This is one of the things that I like the most. It's like motivate other people, but in the same time, I don't want you to think about me as like a professional teacher or coach. No, I'm just sharing with you things that I've realized in my life, things that I have understood, things that I can see now from different perspective, and I find these things to be useful, like this way of understandings, and I think it will be very beneficial for other people also to think about this and maybe try to shift this, try to shift their way of being or seeing things, and just like change their perspective on many things. So guys, today I just want to encourage you to sometimes take a risk in your life, sometimes to say yes to things that from the first from the very first moment can seem to be like taking a risk, or something that probably will be a failure, things that are out of your comfort zone, things that you've never done before. Actually taking a risk has been always one of the main motto of my life. Like here I have a tattoo in a Polish language, and it says the life is an adventure for bravest or nothing. Because life can be an adventure. You can watch my other video about me talking about your life and why your life can be even more interesting than any book or movie that you can watch. And this is why we should stop escaping reality. But back to my tattoo. Guys, life is an adventure, but life can be an adventure, but only when you are willing to see your life as an adventure, and when you are willing to take steps that can be riskful, like that can take steps that make you to step out of your comfort zone, take like a leap of faith sometimes. It's like taking action on something that seems to be like big unknown, or something that seems to be like a future failure or something like this. Because guys, if you will never, you probably know this famous quote, like if you never try, you will never know. But also, for example, in Russian language, we said that who doesn't risk doesn't drink champagne. I don't know if there is a quote in English, the same quote in English, or maybe in your local language. But I think only when you are willing to take risk, only when you find this like courage inside you, this just a little portion of braveness, this little portion of inner strength sometimes to say yes to something, then you will see life in different colors. Then you will start to see that your life can be an adventure. But unfortunately, we live in a world where, like, again, some negative forces, negative energies in this world made us believe that we need to be afraid of everything. Like, we need to be stuck. Remember, this is just an illusion. This is just a matrix that we live in, but you don't have to. You always have free will. You always can say no to the illusions that are surrounding you, to the matrix that you live in. We are taught to be in constant fear of something, being afraid to live. This is how I can describe it. Many people seem to be afraid of just living, of just taking action on their life. It's just like, we are reprogrammed to think that it's better to just sit in your cage, in your small, apartment or house, in your small town, just in your comfort zone, being surrounded only by people who love you, appreciate you, or just by the same group of people, without changing anything. But guys, again, I think you're quite intelligent, and you can see that change it's one of the major theme in our human's life. It's like without change we cannot expand our knowledge. You can see like our history, our history. It's like every big step in our civilization growth was us changing something, like as a humanity. So yeah, guys, this is our nature. We are the beings of change. We need to constantly change something, you know. And by saying constantly, I don't mean like every day you need to change something, but we need this constant growth, constant change in our life in order to expand our limits, expand our knowledge, to develop new skills, to find new, better way of living, to become better version of ourselves. But there are so many people who still believe that we need to be afraid of life, that it's better not to try because then you will not meet failure. It's better to just sit in your comfort zone because then you will not be judged by other people. You will not again meet failure. You don't have to, you know, if you just sit in your comfort zone, you don't have to learn anything new. And again, learning something new, it's always stepping out of our comfort zone, because our brain needs to learn something new, okay? And our brain, trust me, it doesn't like changes. Our brain doesn't like stepping out of the comfort zone. Our brain, our mind likes familiar things. So yeah, people who sit in this comfort zone and they don't want to expand their knowledge, or it's not that they don't want. I believe these people, they are just afraid because they taught to live this way, to see everything as a potential danger, you know. It's like, yeah, you know, it's like people who are sitting in some kind of cave, or I don't know, like a small bird that is inside a cage, and then, you know, even though this bird has a chance to fly out, you know, of this like cage or something like this, he's afraid because there is potential danger outside. So yeah, many people live this way, live their life by believing that it is dangerous, you know. Our world is dangerous, life is dangerous, but life is not dangerous. If you know what your life is about, if you know your inner calling, if you found your soul purpose, life can be very interesting, very exciting, very adventurous, spontaneous. And yeah, your life can be a beautiful story, very interesting, fascinating story that people would like to, you know, maybe read or listen, and then it will empower them to do the same. So yeah, again, guys, I think taking a risk on something, sometimes saying yes to things, can be very beneficial for you and your soul's journey and your growth as a soul, as a being. Yeah, there are so many people also, guys, like for example in my surrounding, who are just like people who don't like to say yes to things. And I'm not saying, you know, I'm not talking about someone inviting them to party and them saying no. It's not about like this kind of things. But every time there is some kind of opportunity in their life, they are not willing to say yes. They are not willing to take a risk just because they are so used to live in a familiar like environment, okay? Being surrounded by familiar things, having the same routine. But guys, yeah, we need to learn. There is a famous movie, I don't remember who was a star in this movie, like the actor. Maybe it was Jim Carrey. Yeah, it was, I guess it was Jim Carrey. And the movie was basically about him saying yes to everything. It was like, first he was his character was a person who always says no to everything, but then something happened and he decided to say yes to everything, and then he started to live for the first time. It's only then when he started to see life in different colors and actually realizing that life is not dangerous. Life can be an adventure, but you just need to find this inner strength and courage. Trust me, guys. You know, I can say it by my own example, like mentioning my own example. This is why I have this tattoo here, because every time in my life I took a risk, it helped me to to find something new, to find something beautiful, to find myself being in different environment that is even better, that was even better than my previous. And like me now sitting and talking to you like this version of me, it's only who I became because I took risk many times in my life. Because I don't know why, but since I was a child, I used to see life as an adventure. Like I like adventures. I like to go to different places, meet new people, you know, like stepping out of my comfort zone, because then I know I can expand my limits. Yeah, sometimes it can be scary. Yes, sometimes it can be very riskful. Sometimes you can meet failure. And I'm not saying that I never met failures. Like so many times, guys. If I have to count how many failures I had in my past, I can't even count them. But if I am about to count how many successful things I've experienced because I took a risk on something, I took a leap of faith on something, I also cannot count it, because it's just like many examples. So yeah, life is not perfect, but life can be very colorful. Life can be very exciting and motivational. It's like when your life is an adventure, then other people seeing your life and how you're doing, like you know, you becoming successful. And I'm not saying success, you know, in this 3D mind kind of perception, like success is being rich, famous and wealthy. No, I'm talking about your personal like achievements and success. So people seeing you taking a risk on something, and then when it leads you to your success or another achievement in your life, it can empower other people. It can be very inspirational for other people, because you're telling your story. It's not that you have to be a writer and write, you know, a book about your biography. You just living your life are a living example, a living story. You're telling your story because there are people who surround you, and they are seeing how your life is how we say it, how your life looks like, what kind of things you're doing, and where then it's leading you. They can see your maybe the people will see your failures, and it's okay. Maybe there will be people who will judge you for making some kind of risk, taking a risk, or making some kind of stupid decision. But then, trust me, the success that you will achieve because you were not afraid to take a risk on something will be much more powerful than this failure that you have experienced. And remember, even if you will experience failure, it's not a failure, because every failure teaches us something, okay? And I like failures, because then, like, if I experience failure, it shows me where I still need to, I don't know, like maybe change my perception about something, where I still need to work on myself, where I was too brave to do something, where I underestimate the thing that I took a risk on. You know, it teaches me to like think and analyze, have this logical thinking before I took a risk on something. So, you know, when you are willing to say yes, when you are willing to take an action on your life, take a risk on something, take a leap of faith, the more often you do it, the more faster you learn how to be able to recognize where you need to take a risk, or where you can take a risk, and where it's better to just like how we call it, to say no and just like not taking a risk, okay? Make a step back. Like you will have, because like the more often you do it, the faster you learn how to, you know, see things for what they are, and how to quickly analyze and analyzing all the pros and cons of taking a risk on something. And then you establish the like this kind of new ability to easy analyze situation, and then in a logical way to make a decision whether it's worth to take a risk or not. So yeah, guys, this is the motivational message that I wanted to deliver to you today. Again, trust me guys, life will never be perfect. It's not possible, you know, to always experience good things and nice things. But remember, if life is a journey, if life is an adventure, then every kind of adventure, every kind of story is about like experiencing bad stuff and good stuff, experiencing like achievements and failures, success and failures. Like, you know, think about any kind of movie or a book that you can read. You will not find a story where it's just like main character experiencing all the good things. Like, what is the story? What is the purpose of this story? You want to see this character building up himself by experiencing certain things, even failures, even bad things, negative experiencing negative experiences, experiencing negative situations. Okay, so guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.